Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about Universal Audio's console interface, and in particular sends. Sends are really important because what this allows you to do is hear yourself in real time with delay or reverb, pretty much any effect that you want, and it won't record it into Logic, so you have control over the mix, but you can hear yourself while you're recording with reverb, which is very helpful because you usually do a better take when you have a little bit of space in your headphones. I found this especially true, and it actually prompted me to make this video because I was doing an open mic recently, and the person running it had a really nice PA system, and they had like an effects unit in there, and built in was a reverb, a delay. They had like a doubler and all sorts of crazy stuff too, and I just figured I should do a video on this because it really does make you have a better vocal take, in my opinion. But you don't just have to put it on vocals. You can also put it on guitars or really anything that's mic'd up. Or if you had a line like the high Z input on one of the inputs, then you can use that too. So it's very cool, very helpful, and we're going to jump into console right now, and I'm going to show you how to use them. Okay, so I have console pulled up here, and the first thing you're going to want to do is make sure you have a nice level coming in. You guys can hear this is a decent level coming in, maybe -18 you should probably shoot for if you're doing like a vocal take. But anyway, that's a whole separate thing. With the sends, what you're going to do to just get started is, first off, you're going to go over here to the right, and this is where you're going to actually insert the plugins from Universal Audio. And you do need to buy these, and they can be quite expensive, but certain ones are worth it. And the ones that I think are worth it are probably the Dreamverb in terms of a reverb, and maybe like a delay mod. That's a pretty good one too, the precision delay mod. That's pretty good. So I'll show you both of those and give you examples on how they work, and you guys are going to be able to hear me in real time. I'm actually screen recording, and you can hear the audio right now. Everything is in real time. So you're going to go over here to the right to these inserts. This is insert 1, this is insert 2, so this would be for the second channel. If you went over here and increase the send, this is the signal of the send, so how much you want to hear of the reverb or the delay. So first, I'll make sense of that when I add one in. We're going to do a delay first. Usually in a chain, you're going to add a delay before a reverb, at least in my opinion, because I think it gets really muddy when you add a reverb first and then add a delay. So we're going to go over here to delay, and we're going to go down here to the precision delay mod. And now you can just dial in a setting. They have a lot of presets that you can choose from. So we'll go down to vocal ghost. This is a preset, and this is a cool sounding preset. And what we're going to do over here is increase the send on the first channel, aux 1. Hello, 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 hello. So you guys can hear what that's doing. That's a very cool thing. And if you hear that, it can give you different ideas, and it'll allow you to be more creative when you are pretty much tracking vocals, because it might give you an idea that you didn't previously have. So now I have a slap delay, which more often than not is what I'll go with when I am tracking vocals, because I just like the way that it sounds. It gives a little space prior to the reverb, and it's a cool sound. So I'll let you listen to that now. Hello, 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 hello. So it can get really crazy based on how much you're willing to send. Now what we'll do is add a reverb. So I'm going to go down to the Dreamverb, and I'll just use whatever the default is here. Now as you bring up the send, hello, you have both the delay mod and the Dreamverb. It's really going to help when you're tracking vocals or a guitar or anything like that, just to put some space on it, and it kind of puts you in a different zone than you would ordinarily be. Like right now, you guys can hear me dry. This is very bland, this is very boring, and you might be hyper focused when you have it so dry like this to the point where you're not getting into a comfortable zone when recording. And it's all about being comfortable when you're recording. I found anyway with my own music, I get the best vocal takes, best guitar takes when I am not thinking so much. So over here you have UAD record and UAD monitor, and this actually doesn't matter for the inserts over here for the sends, because regardless they're not going to be tracked into Logic. So if we went ahead and track something into Logic with this on, let's do that. Let's put this up to here, and let's say we track something into Logic. 'Cause I know that your life is changing, don't let it pass you by. It's not worth you second guessing or even asking why. But when you go into Logic and you listen to it, 'cause I know that your life is changing, don't let it pass you by. See, there's no effects on it. There's no reverb or anything like that. But what you can do is you can actually create a preset within Universal Audio's console, and then you can copy and paste that into Logic. And that's really cool because you can get the exact sound that you had in console into Logic based on those plugins. So very cool. You can also tell, I mean, I wasn't really trying, but that's a pretty good vocal take because I had this space in my headphones where I could really just kind of get in the zone and not think so much. But anyways, guys, that's like the basics of sends in Universal Audio's console interface. I'm not going to go too crazy with this because honestly, this will get you started and there's not actually that much you need to consider other than that. So just kind of keep that stuff in mind, and yeah, I hope you guys have a lot of fun making music.